Hey, buddy, what's up? It is Joe Steele, Crypto in the House, Thursday, September 1st. Hope all is well out there for everyone. So, today I'm going to cover the Michael Saylor alleged tax evasion, what's going on with that, what his response is, take a look at Bitcoin and ETH, see what their funding rates are looking like. I'm also going to look into talk about a little Celsius news as well as some housing tips for the fall if you're looking to buy. So I'm going to jump right in now. Crypto in the House. I cover real estate and cryptocurrency, the most important stories of the day to share with you all. So the first, Michael Saylor, sued over alleged tax fraud. So the Attorney General in Washington, D.C., basically came out and said, look, Saylor has been living in the area, in the district. He's claiming to live in Florida, so therefore, allegedly, enjoying all the benefits of the tax benefits of living in Florida, but enjoying all of the environmental benefits, I guess, of living in the nation's capital. So what they're saying is he and the company colluded to hide taxable income from the district. Obviously, he and his company are both denying that. Worth noting that he did step down as CEO a few weeks back. So the Attorney General says it's been over a decade that he's lived there but never paid any income tax. So he's on the hook, in their opinion, for hundreds of millions of dollars of income he legally owes, they're saying. He's, again, fighting back, saying he resides in Florida, but he looks forward to a fair resolution in the courts. The company pledged to defend aggressively what it described as false allegations, calling the issue a personal tax matter, and denying that the company conspired with Saylor. So basically, again, he said in this statement a decade ago, I bought my historic home in Virginia Beach, Miami Beach, moved my home there from Virginia. And although MicroStrategy is based in Virginia, Florida is where I live, vote, and have reported for jury duty, and is at the center of my personal and family life. So we'll see where this goes. Obviously, MicroStrategy is taking a bit of a hit in earnings today. So we will monitor that story and keep you posted. Moving on to Avalanche, more legalities. Kyle Roche has filed to withdraw from the class action practice after the video leak. So basically, there was some hidden video. Allegedly, he was taking coins from the Avalanche Ava Labs in exchange for digging up dirt on other coins and companies in the crypto world. He obviously denied the allegations and said they're an attempt by a disgruntled defendant from a previous case that he, again, allegedly had a secret pact to harm competitors through basically the U.S. justice system, saying like, hey, I can dig up dirt because I'm going to create a lawsuit, a fraudulent lawsuit, essentially. And in that, be able to get internal documents to be able to share with Ava Lab. Again, all denied by Ava Lab CEO. I shared a tweet that he put out the other day, but just, keeping you abreast of what's going on. Quote from Roche: these videos were recorded without my consent during private meetings with Christian Iger Hansen, whom I know now works for Dominic Williams' creator of ICP Token and the defendant in a high-profile securities fraud litigation my firm brought against him. So moving on to some Bitcoin and Ethereum news. Their funding rates remain negative amidst the market volatility. So the negative market sentiment is causing derivative funding rates to remain negative. So Decrypto is a great way to kind of break down in the current market scenario. The wealth of sellers in the perpetuals has created an interest for buyers as the prices of Bitcoin and ETH in the futures market are lower than their index. There are many shorts in the market, but the growing premium has placed a demand for longs. This demand could eventually create a short-term bull scenario as traders look to capture in the perpetual futures market. So if you're following Bitcoin, obviously, when you look at the fear and greed that just was up about an hour ago, we are back to extreme, like we were yesterday, not back to, but we're still there. We were up above it, but we're back in that extreme fear for another day. Basically at 20, hovering around that 20,000 mark for the day. More legal news. Celsius, this is according to Yahoo Finance a couple hours ago. They say they're returning $48 million of customer funds, a major chunk still in question. They said in a court document filed Wednesday and then Thursday today during a hearing, The firm will give back a small portion of the funds the customers deposit into custody accounts held on its platform. They're saying that 48 million is roughly 5% of the total 4.3 billion in assets they owe customers, and less than 20% of the 1.2 billion gap between the assets and their liabilities reported on their balance sheet when they filed for Chapter 11. So never a dull day with Celsius, but wanted to wrap that crypto portion up from there with this story about crypto.com. Sports Business has the exclusive here saying that the arena or the company pulled out of a huge Championships League sponsorship at the last moment. It was agreed in principle they would have taken over as sponsor from the Russian state-owned energy company that currently is sponsoring the UEFA. Europe's governing body for soccer canceled that contract remark, obviously following the invasion of Ukraine. But Crypto.com claims they scrapped the deal because of the regulatory concerns in the UK, France, and Italy, with legal issues surrounding the scope of its licenses to trade and operate. So just unfolding was breaking news today. So something worth noting, obviously they are, they reported some financial issues this year, laid off some staff, like many others, but just worth noting. Moving on to real estate. So Realtor.com came up with a really cool sort of a blog today with some really interesting data. So they're saying that today's housing market just uncovered crucial and overlooked information buyers and sellers need to know for this fall if you're going to shop, right, for a house. So they're saying you're getting a more buyer-friendly market than last year by several metrics, but they're facing significant hurdles. This is their chief economist, Danielle Hale, said. So while there are more homes available for sale, there also may be more time to make an offer on one, but that typical home has a higher price and will cost much more to finance than it would a year ago. So looking at the weekly housing trends, this is the national average, right? 30-year fixed rate. You can see the median list prices are up 13%, down 12% for listings, 5 days longer on the market, and then mortgage rates are now at 5.66, which is, again, not nothing when you're trying to buy a home. Home prices are up and down, basically, depending on how you look at it, they say. So median home prices, the latest August data was at 435,000. And for the week ending August 27th, they rose to 13.2%, as mentioned in that graphic you just saw. So double digits for a 37th week. But they're saying the flip side to look at that is like, even though the prices are up, they're down compared to last month. In fact, August's $15,000 drop from July's median home price is the steepest fall off we've seen in the past 6 years. Fewer homes are selling, but but they may be missing out, right? So the home sellers. So they're saying, again, for this week ending August 27th, the number of new listings in the market dropped by 12% compared to the same week a year ago. That's the 8th straight week of declines and the 3rd consecutive week showing a double-digit drop. So clearly sellers are not happy when they can no longer call the shots, like in the seller's market, with desperate buyers in those sellers markets. Although from a purely objective standpoint, they might be missing out on the bigger picture that they still got it pretty good, sellers. Home buyers, on a positive note, have more time to make an offer. So those market days were about 42 in August before they got snapped up. So DOM, days on market, right? As for the week ending August 27th, they spent an extra 5 days in the market compared to last year. In other words, buyers have more breathing room to close the deal, but still less time they had before the pandemic. Mortgage rates, like we said, are up 5.66. So basically up from 5.55, not nothing again, while you're trying to buy a home and figure out your monthly. In some, basically, home buyers, they say will pay dearly to finance the house. And while it may be tempting to put their home search on hold until interest rates subside, some may be driven to forge ahead since rents are up too, right? So do you want to make your landlord rich? Obviously, no one does. You don't get any tax benefits for renting. And, you could dump tens of thousands of dollars into rent versus jumping in on a house now and refinancing when these rates come down. So obviously, that's your prerogative. Talk with your, financial advisor. I am not giving you financial advice, but a lot of people, I think, are saying I'd rather rent than buy than rent, because renting right now is just not the best spot to be in. As these continue to climb up alongside these climbing mortgage rates. So that's it for today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, liking this video, obviously, and subscribing to my channel. Crypto and real estate is what I do every day. I break down the most important stories, in my opinion, to share with you live every day. So again, I hope you all have a great rest of your night and hope to see you tomorrow on the stream.